Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Coffee. Fakes to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Execute it perfectly, keep this drive alive.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Roy. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. On the move, it's Stokes.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wants to go up top. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the RPO, complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Fuller. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so trying to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The hand to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Coffee. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. No.
Got enough space, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space. And he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. On the shuffle. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Fuller. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Oh, he makes the catch. At the 45 on his way. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give to the back. Crosses the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking for a crease. It's Stokes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's loose on the right. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished him with a long run for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the ground with the back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping them.
And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Coffee. Firing to the right, complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Golden Gophers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Roy. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And he's just going to spike it.
QB strikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Roy. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And the Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quarterback moving. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Gets it out fast. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Makes the catch. It's Stokes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Coffee. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Rides the back on the option, the give. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on 3rd down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on 3rd down, too. 2 big.
Turning it on! He gets it terrific catch and run before he stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wide receiver comes in motion. They believe they can run right here. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short. They'll try the run. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That's it, fly. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Coffee. Makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Fuller. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here's the handoff. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
They'll try to run for it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Golden Gophers are on the move. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Golden Gophers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Coffee. Finds the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game and you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. And they'll take a knee.
3-0 is exactly where this club wanted to be. Take the knee, run the clock out, create some momentum. Now we're looking at the polls. How high up can we keep climbing throughout this season? Nice to be 3-0.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a